Bro, this one bitch has big ass boobs, bro.
Bro, she's a big boob lolly. You've never seen them
Okay,
before?
so what?
Hello?
So what? Lollies are legal though, bro. So fuck off.
Yo, you're fucked, bro. Shut up, bro.
All right,
Just gotta get in the mood.
I want to jump right into the anime that we watched for the random anime thing.
Okay.
Tyreese, you watched Helsing Ultimate.
Okay, so actually, let me just start with that quick. So you texted me, and you were like, "Oh man, like how'd you feel about it?" And I said it was dog shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I lied to you. I didn't finish the episode.
What?
And then I went back and I was like, you know what? It feels dishonest, so I'll finish it. So I went back and I finished the first episode.
Yeah.
And I think you're about right. I think it's about a 7 out of 10. It's not as bad as I wanted to say. It starts off very slow.
The first 10 minutes.
I was further. I was like halfway done. But it does pick up. Will I finish it? Probably not, but I might give it another episode. Because there's a lot more good about it than I originally gave it credit for.
Right.
It's very well animated. Like surprisingly well animated.
Yeah, it was good. I remember that. Like just the one of the best things about it was the fight scenes.
Yeah, they're not bad. It came out in 2006, which is it's such a hit and miss era.
Right.
Some things are like weirdly iconic, and some are really dog shit. But I think that it when you take into account like the age of it, it's good. It's one of those anime that definitely hold up. There's a lot that do from the era. I'm not acting like.
Yeah, some of my favorite shows are right around that 2006, 7, 8.
Yeah, no, there's plenty, but I found more, like, whenever you go for a random 2006 anime, like one that you didn't get a recommendation from a friend, it just you saw it on like on a streaming service or something.
Right.
Typically, you're gonna get trash. Actually, that's what I found personally.
Right.
But if it's recommended, I find you'll probably get something. I would say this show's a hidden gem because I've never heard anyone talk about this.
Yeah. And it's got an 8 out of 10 on my anime list, which is usually means good.
When it came
not
out,
an 8, but
when it came out, it was big. Like no one's talking about it now, but like when it came out, it was a big thing.
Yeah. I see why. It's a fun watch. There's a lot of bad. I don't want to suck his dick too much. There's plenty where I was like, bro, what are you doing? What is this show?
Yeah. The story is a little funny. Like it starts off really cool and like it's about vampires and their powers and stuff like that, and then like halfway through the show they're like, and then Nazis. And then just run with that.
So I got to the end of the episode and it was like this German dude and it was like where does he fit in?
Right.
What's that about?
So a lot of shows they do vampires versus werewolves. This is not Nazis versus vampires.
Which is fine, right? Because here's the thing. I think the story's boring. But the characters are good. I like all these characters, and that's important. Right. That is the strength to me. Other than like the aesthetic of early 2000s anime, I think like there's something about the way they write characters that I really like. And so I like all these characters. But I don't know. 7 seems too high, but then 6 feels insulting. I'm gonna say this is like a 6.5.
You know what? And you made a good point because when you look at animes that are, pre 2008, I would say pre 2010, I feel like the characters like they don't take as much time as they used to with characters because they'll really like strategically design someone to become a certain archetype and take time to develop them. Whereas nowadays you just have an isekai, boom, you're right in the middle of it. She's a sexy elf, she's a a witch, da 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 da. It's like there's no development. No one really cares. The character's been done before 100 times. But back then it was early on. It's like It's like you look at Black Lagoon, like no one's ever, you'll never have a Revy, or even in Helsing, like what he's talking about, you'll never have an Alucard. You know what I'm saying? They're
There
just
aren't any
fine.
Alucards anymore. I like
Yeah.
Alucard.
Yeah, these people are their own characters. They got their
Yeah.
own story.
You know what, too? Going off that is anti-heroes. If you look at the early 2000s, they had the best anti-heroes. Anti-heroes now is like, I don't know, some ass nigga from My Hero or something. Like anti-heroes back then was like Lelouch, Alucard, Yagami. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is the nigga's name?
Whoa.
Cut. What is his name?
Hold on with the My Hero, right? Because My Hero has who's that? What's that arc against that one guy? They actually have that one really good anti-hero.
Oh,
I don't
you
mind
mean season 3, is it? I think.
Maybe it's season 3. It's like there's
The
that
one
big
who,
fight in the alleyway. He like hates heroes.
Oh, Stain.
Oh, yeah.
Stain. I actually really like Stain. That to
He
me,
was sick.
Stain is the highlight of My Hero. But
He was
sorry, go on.
underutilized though. Still.
For sure. No,
I
for
think
sure.
He comes
There's
back, or is coming back.
bro, that nigga's dead, bro. What the
No,
fuck are you talking
really?
about? He
Oh.
killed he's dead. I don't remember much from My Hero, but that guy's
Mm.
gotta be dead, right?
It's either dead or locked up. Because I won't lie to you, bro. That was back when I loved My Hero. Because when I first watched the first season, I'm like, bro, I love this. This guy's gonna be, as big as how Naruto was in like the rest of the world aside from Japan. But like season 2 went by, then season 3, and I'm kind of, it hit that slope after season 3.
I think, well, talking about My Hero, I think the biggest problem is how popular it was and how many people ride its dick. It's an
that
okay
is
show.
not the problem with My Hero.
Yeah,
Now, I'll tell you the real. No. Let me tell you
It's
the real
not
problem.
bad.
No, here's the thing. My Hero is actually huge wasted potential. That's what it is to me.
He's
Just
right.
with the budget, you mean, or
With the
What?
story. With the story.
The story is wasted
the
potential every
characters
single
just-
time.
It's poor, bro.
Like, okay, let me tell you moments in My Hero that I was hype and like they never pay off slightly. Okay. Stain should change Deku as a character, that whole Stain arc, and I don't think it does. I don't think Deku changes, which is something that should happen. You should have character growth from meeting Stain. He doesn't. Okay? This is a big thing for me. The League of Villains show up and nothing really happens with them ever.
Mm.
They steal Bakugo. Bakugo comes back like 3 episodes later. There's a whole arc of stealing Bakugo.
But there was a huge fight though with that. Like Midoriya fought that one nigga. Like he almost
But there's
died
no
fighting him.
consequences ever. There's nothing. Like think about what changed in the My Hero universe after those are not bad fights.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to shit on My Hero fights. I think they're actually good. But the world has not changed after that fight. The world
There's
of My
just
Hero.
no development. Like, is that what you're trying to say? Like, there's no development in the
There's
world.
no development. There's no development. There's that thing where there's the exam for the heroes, and Toga has replaced someone, right? That's sick, right? We have a traitor among us, right?
Oh, the new season.
doing some shit, or something, and nothing ever fucking pays off, ever. It never,
I can understand
nothing
that.
ever pays off, and so it's like for me, it's like I'm hype, but nothing really ever happens. It's like fight the fight, but the story never develops.
What's the one show? Because you reminded me now. What's that one? It's a popular show like My Hero at some point, and it has a bunch of characters.
Demon
and
Slayer?
they're all. Is it Demon Slayer? No, not Demon Slayer. What's it called? You know when they're all mages and shit. They're all mages, and they wear the black capes, or whatever. What's it called? Come
that
on.
sounds like a
Force?
lot of anime.
Say a character.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Try to describe a
No.
character.
The only one he has like the rage mode where he like goes like
Oh, bro, Black Clover.
Black Clover. Yeah,
love Black
that's
Clover.
a show that could have been much better than it like was. Just like I don't know.
I can't agree with that, to be honest with you, Lucas. I think Black Clover is just the opposite of My Hero. I think it's a new gen where they have so many, like individual just great characters. I feel like
I don't
and
think it's bad.
It's simple.
Nurse is
It's
bad.
simple. Like Asta, for example, because I know what you mean. He's kind of basic, but I feel like that's what he is. Like he's just he's the type of nigga who doesn't give up, and there's no reason
but
as to
we're
why.
going.
He's just dumb.
No, I'm just. My point to that is I wasn't saying it was a bad show, but I don't think it's great because of how you were saying earlier about how they take less time making characters and shit. They just throw a bunch of characters in there, and it's good marketing practice because when there's more characters, there's more things you can market for it, and that's why there's mobile games for My Hero. There's video games for My Hero and video games for Black Clover. Look them
Well,
up.
My
Like,
Hero has a good
and-
cast.
And if you don't give enough details, there's nothing to hate about a character. They just give you a taste, and you imagine the rest.
Mhm.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, if you keep everything kind of vague, it's like, you know. Yeah, no, I get that.
That's how I feel about most of the cast of My Hero, at least. Like, there's nobody too special, and nobody stands out too much. But
That's facts. There's not really one character in there that kind of blows you away.
honestly,
I would say that one guy though with the eraser, like the face on his, like the hand on his head, on his face. That one guy who's with the
Mm.
League of Villains.
Mm.
He's pretty captivating. But aside from him, everyone's pretty
Yeah.
one note.
and that's why I'll argue too. Like the Black Clover manga is better than the show because
I agree with him
when it was being made, you know, when you're writing stuff on paper, it has to have more effort in development of like characters. You know, animes can kind of get away with it more because like
It's so visual.
yeah, so like they'll like pay less attention to that detail, but I felt like Black Clover was like more detailed than the anime in terms of like certain scenes and like people and stuff.
Have you been keeping up with the manga?
No, I stopped watching the manga. Stopped watching the anime and
It's
stopped
pretty
reading the
intense
manga.
right now. Actually, the manga. It's like he's actually fighting like the strongest nigga from hell right now, Asta and like all the other people. Like like this guy's overpowered as fuck.
Mhm.
Do you want to
How
jump?
did we get her? What's up?
Do you want to jump over to your random anime, the Quiet
You know
Country
what?
Cafe?
I'll go into mine. Yeah, I'll go into mine. So I actually did watch this. Yeah, so I watched my was it Quiet Country Cafe?
Mhm.
Quiet Cafe. I
Nice.
don't know. Lucas fucks with it. This is his recommendation. I gotta tell you, it wasn't exactly something that I like, but it's also at the same time something I like. It was good. I liked it.
There's nothing
like-
going on though, right?
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not like blowing you away. It's not like.
But it's just so
chill.
good. Yeah,
It's just a good vibe. It's like she's a single girl, but she's not like flirting with
No,
guys. Or
I was
anything.
high
She's
as
just
fuck
doing her
watching
thing.
that shit.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. I was high and drunk. I'm watching this. I'm like, why is this such a good vibe? Like I'm just so chill. Basically, it's essentially this young lady who's apparently a robot or something. I think it's an OVA
Yeah.
that I watch. It's like this 1 hour thing. I found it on YouTube. It's like 2 episodes kind of in one. And like she's almost like a robot or something. I don't really know the full backstory, but she's in this really small remote village in Japan, and she has this cafe. There's this old guy who has this gas station. There's all these, and there's like 2 other characters who like really like. There's not many characters, but like there's basically a storm one night, and she has this really small cafe, kind of breaks down, and then she kind of, when it's like broken down, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go on and travel, and I'll come back. When I'm back, I'll build this up again. And she travels. She goes to Yokohama. She goes to all these different places, walking, mind you. She's walking by foot, like on these different paths and shit. And she just does different stuff. Like she runs a little shack where she sells grilled corn, and then she meets like some other guy who's a robot, and he fucking has he's like an airplane nigga. But like it's not even like they're robots. They're like human. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like it's good. At the start, I didn't like it. It was kind of a slow starter, but once you get in the story, you're like, there's no reason not to watch it. It's kind of like you don't hate it, but you don't love it. I mean, it was just
I
calming.
thought
and chill.
and for me, I like just to add to your shit. I think like the scenes were like good, like the backgrounds and everything was pretty good. And to add to the OVA part, it is an OVA, and there is one other OVA that came out like 2 years before that one. But like, there's no complete show, so like the plot's like bare bones. Like there's so much shit that doesn't get answered. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. So.
Yeah. And to go off what you said, he's very right. It's a very visually striking anime. I think it's early 2000s, so it's very rich colors,
And the
very
music.
simple. Yeah, you were all right. It was great composition for that. But yeah, it's like, because it's on the country, right, in Japan. So when you picture, it's like almost like Kimi no Nawa. You know how they have like the big almost bay area with the beautiful water going out, and it's like a beach. It's similar to that. So you have all this beautiful water background and it's all this nice wood. Because I won't lie to you, how I always think about it. If I ever pull up to Japan, I'm gonna, you know what I mean, go to Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? Go to Osaka, go to Kyoto. But what I really want to do is go to these small villages, you know, on the coastline and like see just how like you know what I mean. They really live as people because that's just very visually striking and beautiful. So overall, if you're ever trying to sit back and just chill, you know, smoke a joint and have a beer, watch that shit. Simple.
Nice.
What do you give it out of 10? Sorry.
Oh,
I'd give it a 6.8, but it watches. But if you're in the
That's
right
so
vibe, it can
fucking
watch like a
specific.
9. It can watch like a 9 though. Like if you're like, it's
Yeah,
a
I
good
was gonna say
vibe.
I
It's your
gave
day
it a
off. You have a
9.
beer. You could like it could be a 9. But for me, off rip, if I'm watching it day to day, it's a 6.8 for me.
all
Bro,
right.
6.8 or sorry, you mean like 9 as in the number 9 or a 6.9?
I'd say it's like a fusion because like on an average day, if you're just watching it to watch it, it's only like 6.87 ish area. But like if you're in a good vibe and you want to just be in that chill zone, it can watch as a 9 in my opinion. Like it was like a
Alright.
9 at some points, but a 7 at some.
It's got a 7 on my anime list. The one question I had for you was, so it came out in 2002.
Yeah.
When is it set? Because if she's a robot and like when is the
I don't
setting?
even know, bro. I tried to look it up a bit. I don't know. Maybe Lucas knows more, but it almost gave me like not a post-apocalyptic feel, but like
I will tell
post-transition
you.
of technology kind of feel.
Yeah, so like the setting is there's no exact year, but the setting's in a time where Japan's like almost extinct, and there's only like barren like villages and like technology here and
Wonder.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Because there was barely any characters, bro. I swear, in the whole hour I watched, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 characters, 7
wow.
characters. And you
Okay.
know what? And they didn't even develop them, but like you knew exactly who they were. Like you're like, I know that guy. Like the Oji-san who like protects her because he's like, hey, come back to my fucking not any weird shit. He's like, come back to my gas station. She
Hmm.
stays there, comes back. Her whole cafe is destroyed. So if she would have stayed there, she could have been in some real, bad trouble. So like it's like he's that dependable old guy who looks out for, you know what I mean, young kids
bro,
who
his
aren't
face is
and
hilarious.
yeah, he's always smiling. He always has
Yeah.
this weird smile drawn on him. Yeah,
Mm.
like it's funny as hell. Yeah, it's good shit. It's a good vibe. I would recommend you to watch it. Just if you're chilling one night and like you have an hour to spare, throw it on. It's cool.
All right. Sweet. All right, and then I'll talk about Dot Hack Sign. I watched 4 or 5 episodes of it, and it is slow as fuck. Like I watched 4 or 5 episodes, and it didn't really go anywhere. What we've established is that the main character is stuck in a video game world, but he's not concerned about it at all.
Because he's not a pussy, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was like, well, it doesn't make a difference if I'm in the real world or the game world almost. I think he had some trauma in real life, but they don't go into that.
Shit.
And then it's basically people trying to chase him down because some glitches are occurring, and they trace it back to him, like glitches in the game. And so they're trying to track him down, and
Are they his fault? Like, what do you mean?
he has amnesia, and he doesn't know why he's trapped in the game, and he doesn't know why these glitches are happening around him.
Well,
But
that actually kind of sucks.
but they're definitely his fault, some of it.
You got to the part where the ring protects him, right?
Yeah.
And like fucking
And,
yeah.
and I got to the part where the ring like obeys him.
Yeah.
I don't know how many episodes in exactly, but
I'm around where you are, honestly. I haven't finished it yet.
okay. I like that it's a retro anime. And
The music's goated though.
Yeah.
You gotta say the music's goated.
yeah, the vibe is really nice, and what else can I say about it? The one female character that has a fascination with this guy for some reason is pretty hot. And I don't know.
I was thinking about watching that shit too. Like, you think I should? Like, would you recommend that shit?
It's like the anime you watch, Noah,
I
but like in a different vibe. It's more like mysterious instead of
Yeah.
like chill.
Right now, I can't recommend this to anybody. It's too slow,
Wow.
and I haven't gotten to anything exciting. If the
Question, what
story,
year?
like, I'm projecting that the story is going to go down the path and they're going to be like, oh, it's not actually a human stuck in the game. It's a artificial intelligence that, or something. This, like, something interesting is going to happen. But honestly, for 5 episodes, I was thinking, like, how is this guy eating and living while he's just, like, stuck at his desk?
Okay, so is he physically stuck in there? Like his body got transported, or is his body still on the
Look,
outside?
No,
like,
no,
like Sword Art.
So
he's wearing a headset. He says, like, I can't log out, and all the other people around him are like, oh, just turn your terminal on and off and you'll be fine. And
Bro,
he's
that's
like,
what niggas would tell him.
yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm not in front of a terminal. And that's all the information you get so far. But assumably he's in a headset, like, sitting somewhere.
Some kind of console, like pretty much SOA, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Which, like, I think in Sword Art, like, they get taken to a hospital and they get IV drips, right? But this is
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, they do have that exposition, they say.
But
Oh.
in this show, like, it's just one guy. So I'm like, when is he gonna die? By
well,
himself?
they're saying something like his body got taken away from his terminal, so he can't go to his terminal. So that's what they know. Like,
Man, I already think I discovered this plot, because there's no way that this guy is his body just sitting there rotting. Like, he's some neat fucker in his room, nobody to live with, no everyone. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely either in a hospital or there's some kind of conglomerate who kidnapped him and did that to him on
That
purpose.
could be
Why is
an
it only
option.
him?
That could be an
I mean,
option.
why isn't it only him?
My theory is thinking that he's an AI that's like a glitch in the system.
Shit.
That's my theory, but
That
there's
makes
no spoilers because they haven't said anything like that. So
Almost like in Sword Art when Kirito and Asuna get
Yeah.
that daughter. What's her name? Yui?
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
She's awesome though. She's really cool. I fuck with her heavy.
Is the
Who,
name
Asuna?
Yui?
Asuna's garbage, bro.
I fuck with Asuna. But no, I'm talking about her daughter, Yui. The little fairy
okay.
thing.
Oh, she's fine. She's a
The
fine.
AI.
I forgot that her name was Yuri. That's kind of funny. Same,
Yeah.
same
Oh,
as my
yeah.
girlfriend.
It's definitely Yui.
It's okay. It's better to be made fun of than.
let me just say this though, because since it was my anime that was put in there
Yeah.
and Quinn got it,
Yeah.
I want to make a defense. Like, just like Noah's, you have to be in that mood to watch it. Like, if you're looking
See,
for
yeah.
something hype, like, don't watch it. But like, if it's also Dot Hack Sign isn't just like that's the only thing. Like, it's a whole universe. Like, it's a video game. It's everything, and even
Oh,
those
no
games are
shit.
slow. Yeah. So like, and in the video games, they have like their own DVDs attached to it with their like animes tied to the games. Like, it's all a whole universe. So that's why it's like, it's like reading a novel, like a bunch of novels, pretty much, and it's like sci-fi-ish. I don't know. It's nothing like super actiony. So
So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, because anything less than a 6 for me is like bad. It's bad for some reason, and this show is just kind of neutral, and we'll see what happens. Something good could come out of it, and it could be awesome, but I haven't got there yet.
all right, should I go to mine now? I guess. Since...
Yeah, the devil is a
Um,
part timer.
Yeah,
Oh,
this Tyreese
shit.
is right.
Yeah.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
so,
This one's mine. Yeah.
Yeah,
I suggested it.
I've been doing school a lot, so I only did 1 episode so far. But I will
True.
tell you that the first episode was fucking awesome, because it was just, it wasn't awesome like in an action way. Like, it was just funny. Like, I could see the anime just being funny every
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's supposed to be
funny.
a comedy. Yeah.
It's just funny as fuck. Like, and the way like they like integrated into Japan from like demons and stuff with their own language and shit. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know. It's a funny anime. I recommend it just off that 1 episode. I could tell it can't get worse than that, really, because it's not like there. I don't know. I feel like I have good intuition to tell off a first episode watch. Like it's pretty good, and I'm
It's a
definitely
pretty consistent show. Like it stays about that good. It doesn't get much
Yeah.
better or much
I
worse.
like that
I would
show.
say.
I like that
Yeah.
show. I think
I-
it's dope. You know what it kind of reminds me of is almost like One Punch Man. How like they'll have these sick fight scenes and then it's all jokey for like the rest.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to add to like what year did the anime come out?
2010,
I got it right
Yeah,
here. 2013.
Okay.
2013. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, I think like I don't know. Going back to like Noah's point, older animes and stuff. Like he looks like the like that demon concept's generic, right? But like the character itself, like the Demon King, like he looks generic, but he's like he's actually like has a personality, like more than a lot of other characters. I'm gonna tell you that. Like you could tell
He's
like,
a good main character.
yeah, he's a good fucking main character. Like, and his partner he's funny.
Yeah, that
too.
nigga's the funniest bro. That guy goes
Yeah.
crazy.
I love how in the previous world he was the demon lord, like top of the world and everything, and then he gets sent to our world, and he's like, "I know the strategy is I'm gonna start at McDonald's,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
But
work my
funniest
way
thing-
to the top."
Yeah, he works so hard though too, bro. Like he actually like how can you just get a job at McDonald's and like be grinding that hard?
Yeah, he has that Sigma grind.
he's confident that that's the right path. It's funny. It's a good concept. I think they're getting a second season soon.
Yeah,
Which
I like
is
that
crazy.
one girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
the one girl, the what's her name?
His coworker.
She's cute, but like like the saint or whatever, or like
Oh.
goddess. What's her name?
The angel. I forget her name actually, but
Yeah, she's fire, bro. Those two are gonna have some, you know what I'm saying, some good moments there.
what would you give it out of 10, Lucas? I mean, first
awesome.
impression, one episode.
Yeah, first impression. It's a high 8 somewhere. I think just off that, like I said, if we're like, this is like if someone's like looking to watch like some big action shit, they're not like that's the wrong one. But like since I know like how to like just give that perspective, it's like a 8. It's like a 8.5 or something. If we're talking
that's
in that
That's
genre.
pretty good.
Damn, 8.5.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty strict with mine, but like I'm not too strict. Like I could see why people like it and want like another season. Like this shit's is I could see it, yeah.
Bro, that makes me happy. That makes me happy.
Like let me just put in this perspective. Like, you know, like I don't know who. I think Noah watched like My Teen Romantic Comedy or whatever,
Love it.
or My Youth Romantic. You know, like Hachimichi
know
or whatever. Yeah. That's like an anime that doesn't have a lot of like crazy shit happening, but it's a lot of like philosophy and like thinking in between. And if you're into that shit, that's something like that. Like it's just
Yeah.
you can just lay back and just watch
You know
it. I
what
don't
too, Lucas, is that one was adapted from a light novel too, right? So it has more like talking
Yeah.
than doing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're obviously writing, so it has to be a lot of like dialogue and stuff like that.
Honestly, as I get older, I think more animes that like just talk a lot or like don't have a lot of action, I like more. Like I think when I was younger, I liked more like just like drama and like and I still do, but like I enjoy the process of like understanding like the world, and like the small stuff. I think the small like making the big things out of small things is what does it for me for a lot of things. So
Nice. Glad you liked it.
yeah, I'm gonna
Glad you
keep
liked
watching it. For sure.
Yeah, we would have just gone with the suggestions from the homies, but I just realized it got lost, so sorry for the hiccup.
Bro, I won't lie to you though. If we do the 3 random runs, I do not want to get an ass one, bro. I want to get something fire.
Three should be okay. All right, so all genres.
I like getting ass shit. Honestly, I find it entertaining. So
Ass shit can be better than mid shit, honestly.
yeah, but I like ass shit that tries, but like it's not cringy. But like they actually try to be good, but they're just ass.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Is the stream? Does everybody see the stream?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right. So Lucas, this is your first pick.
Oh no.
Second pick.
Oh no.
Third pick.
I already watched Guilty Crown. You gotta give me another one.
Oh, you got another one. I think.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that one.
Okay, go back. It's gonna be hard. I
This is
don't wanna
average
watch that one.
4.25.
don't wanna
That's
watch
the lowest score I ever
Boys
saw.
one.
5.7.
This is the highest rated one. Sounds of
Yeah,
Life.
definitely
It's the
seen that one.
music one. No, I don't. The music one's kind of.
I like music ones. I just don't like ass music ones. Like, what the fuck kind of instrument?
You
is
know what?
that?
Go back. Just do that one. Fuck it.
Okay.
And ass.
We
Bro, you're a
survived.
fucking lolicon, bro. No wonder why you chose that.
Bro, this one bitch has big ass boobs, bro.
Bro, she's a big boob lolly. You've never seen them
Okay,
before?
so what?
Hello?
So what? Lollies are legal though, bro. So fuck off.
Yo, you're fucked, bro. Shut up, bro. You know.
Bro, you know the difference between a lolly and a lolita, bro. It's two difference.
Nigga,
Bro,
a lolita is a nigga who's into lollies, bro.
No,
All
a
lolly music
lolicon.
is
A lolicon is a man who's into fucking lollies, bro.
Bro, Lolita is European, bro. It's not even Japanese.
No,
bro. It's Europe. It comes
Bro,
from
a
Europe.
lolita is an underage
Bro,
girl,
wait,
bro.
Quinn, do you really want to Google that? This man.
See, it's a book.
Look it up. No, look it up. Lolita versus Lolly. Stop it.
Fucking it doesn't give me.
Lolly. No, dude. Motherfucker, Quinn. Just look up Lolita versus. Okay. Right there. Click the first
well,
thread.
Lolita is
Click the first
is a
thread.
style
No.
of fashion, bro.
Yes.
Lucas is like, I wrote this one. Is a fashion. Lolita is a fashion style, also a book.
All right, these
The
guys are.
origin of this
Bro, these
concept.
guys are.
No, but
Lolly
that's
is a
lies,
type
bro.
of character. Cute.
I promise you,
children.
I swear on everything. These guys are wrong. All right,
Oh,
I thought it was.
He's right though. That's how you would describe. I mean, I'm not dissing you. I like some lollies. Like I told you, bro. I have a lolly figure.
Bro, I don't like
I'm not gonna
lollies though,
trip on
bro.
you.
And I was just
I
going
don't
with
like
it.
lollies. I like older women, if anything.
Look, it was either that or the fucking all boys one or the fucking music one. And honestly,
Yeah,
I
that
would
one's
pick
a
that one.
That one's
7.8.
I know, but the music one doesn't look bad. I don't want a
Looks
music
boring,
anime.
honestly.
I
Yeah, I don't
respect
want
the
music
choice.
anime.
I respect the choice.
Look, the three
Yeah,
niggas
I
in the
think it's
back,
fine.
like the jokey fun group, and then the main character and the girl he likes. Like, come on, bro.
Thank you,
Skip
Noah.
it. Next.
Fuck you, thank you.
All right. So
Alright.
who's going up next?
Fuck it, I'm going next. Let's
All right.
go.
Corpse Princess.
Bro, that already looks fire. That looks fire
That
too.
looks good. Yo, that looks really sick.
And it looks fire.
First one for sure.
Shit.
Fuck these other two, bro.
Wait. Let's see these scores, though. Let's see these scores.
This one for sure.
6.95,
Boku Ross is
7.95.
good. I heard of it
7.5.
being.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
7.5.
Bro,
That
That's actually
second one's
sick.
kind of tempting, though. I like that second one.
This is a
still. That
movie.
looks cool.
It's one of
Is
my
it a
favorite
Ghibli?
movies. So yeah, it is.
Ghibli
No,
or-
bro. First one. Give me the first one. Let's go.
Okay, cool.
Man, yo, let me build a list right now of fucking random shit, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
want these fire ones.
We will do that. All right, who's next?
Tyrese.
I'll go.
7 Seeds.
All right.
That's on Netflix.
Hygiene.
That's on Netflix.
Jin.
I read it, Jin.
That's not on
Brothers
Netflix.
Conflict.
Brothers Conflict.
Tyrese, you know what you gotta do. Here's Brothers Conflict. You know what you gotta do, Tyrese.
Romance
loves this type of
shoujo
shit.
harem.
Choose Brothers Conflict, Tyrese. And you know what you gotta fucking do,
Bro,
bro.
that's crazy ballsy to go with Brothers Conflict. I'm gonna go with Brothers Conflict.
Yeah.
I'm a man of culture. Alright, that leaves you, Quinn.
Yep.
I
Let's
hope
see.
Quinn gets.
I'm a man of culture.
shit.
Wait, shut your ass up. Moose man, not that
Yo,
animal.
yo.
Fire.
Dude, that's
Fire.
that's that's
Fire.
fire.
See, Luke even said fire. That one's fire too.
Dude, why is
Man,
Quinn
how do you
getting
have
all
three-
these ones?
Those two. How do I know 2 out of 3? What the fuck?
What is this one?
I heard about this one.
Rage of Bahamut.
I think this might be based off something.
7.5. Wow, that's pretty
That's
high.
pretty good rate.
Do you guys Noah? Do you have a weigh-in on these first two?
Fire. This one is pretty much a harem, but with
This
beast girls.
show,
The next one is pretty much a harem, but with beast girls. He's an alien. She's an alien. She's a werewolf. She's a vampire, and then she's a
Bro, that
fucking
first
demon.
anime was like every fucking staple back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
Online, just look
There's
it
like
up.
a
it's there.
lamia. There's a fucking there's a harpy. There's a mermaid. There's a horse girl.
Oh, I
slime
remember
girl.
that anime.
But it's fire though. Like it's
I
actually
haven't
really
seen
funny.
it, but
It's actually really funny though. I don't know. I think if your girl walked in on you watching one of the first two, she'd probably fight you. But I don't know.
Nah, bro, they read fucking manga together.
This though, bro,
Manga.
like if you see a dude getting
You know what
absorbed
I
by a
mean?
slime
When
girl,
I'm,
I'm
you know what I-
yeah, but okay, I think I'm gonna try this one.
You're not a
Maybe it's a
culture,
manga.
I see.
Sorry to disappoint.
You know what? Don't worry, Quinn. I would have chose that one too. So
Just I don't watch a lot of harem anime, so or any. I don't know.
harems are pretty boring nowadays. I don't know.
Do you want to see the next
They're just
few
basic.
just for fun?
No, I want to see the next High School DxD. Just kidding. I want to see High School DxD. High School DxD is the best anime of all time.
I mean,
Fight me.
look, I'll give High School DxD credit that like it was doing it before anyone else was doing it, kind of.
I give High School DxD, and I'm not even saying this to joke around. I give it a 9.3 out of 10. I'm not even gassing it. I genuinely give it a 9.3 out of 10.
I want to know how you
That-
calculate your points, bro.
Okay, name an anime right now. I'll give you a rating. I'll give you my rating. Name one.
Hunter x
Shit,
Hunter.
shit. Yeah, that's a good.
Hunter x Hunter 7.3. I like I like it. I like
Was
it,
it
but-
7.5 or 7.3? It sounds like you're.
I know. So I give it a 7.3. It's not a 7.
Okay.
Name one more. Come on. I'm hot.
Demon Slayer.
8.7. I like Demon Slayer. I actually watched it today.
Really, Hunter x Hunter is not as good as Demon Slayer.
Here's 100 times better. Hunter x Hunter is just boring though, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Like it's like it has the potential to be even longer than One Piece. Realistically, if you think about it, because Kilo and Gon, the two characters who are the focal point of the show, like they're like what are they like 12, 13? They're not
Bro,
even in their
they're
prime, bro. They
homies,
could
bro.
easily do 10,000 chapters a month. Holy shit.
You know what, Noah? I don't think you should rate things out of 10 anymore. I think you should rate them out of 100. I want to hear your take 73
It's
out
gonna
of
be the
100.
same one though. It's gonna be the
It'd be
same
the
one
same
because
thing, man.
it would just be a 97
but
or like
you need those
95.
extra numbers.
I would go points. Nana, 9.5 out of 10. I love Nana. It's just a vibe.
I used to
I still
listen.
think 9 point. Yeah.
I
Nana
used
has
to
a good
listen to
soundtrack,
the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast quite a bit, and they always rated stuff out of 5, but they would do like 2.5 or 3.5 or 3 or whatever, and I was like, why don't you just do it out of 10? But I think with you, Noah, you should go all the way to 100.
But they're gonna be the same. Okay,
I
name
know
an
it's the
anime right
same.
now. I'll do it out of 100. I'll do it out of 100.
I know it's the same, but just to give your rating a little more emphasis.
No.
Okay, Steins Gate out of 100, 0. Fuck
Quinn,
that guy.
Wow.
That
Quinn,
guy's-
how does it?
The girl
Quinn,
slipped you for him.
how does adding like 100 make it more emphasis? I don't.
Bro, it literally doesn't make sense.
Come on.
Because I mean,
It'll be
10 is just a multiple
you
of 100.
you can be unique, Noah. You can
I
be
mean, it's not really that unique. There's review sites that
Look.
do out of 100s. There's literally meta scores that literally go out of 100.
I don't like decimals. I just fit it into the number. So
I'll tell you one good one. I'll give Platinum and an 8.2.
ooh, it is a good anime.
You give.
I
you
think
give
that's a
Death
reasonable score. Death Note, I won't lie to you. In hindsight, I haven't watched it again. I probably need to watch it again. But Death Note is not that amazing. I'd give it an 8.7. I'm being honest. And I love Death Note, but I don't think it's like jaw dropping. I feel like it kind of falls off after L dies, and like I'm kind of like I miss L. You know
I
what mean?
barely binge shows, and I binge Death Note.
Mm.
Bro,
Yeah,
hot
I
take.
couldn't.
Death Note doesn't fall off as much as people say when L dies. That's a hot take. I've heard that a lot.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
think it's that bad.
It's true because I watched the show for Kira.
So I'll tell this from my
Light,
experience. I
sorry.
watched the first half and binged it. L died, and I took a break on it for like a month. I just got bored.
I guess
And then I
people,
came
if
back
you
and
like
I
L
binged it.
more, you'd probably be pissed that he dies, right? But like,
Yeah.
I like Light I was rooting for him even when he was doing.
I wanted him to live too. I agree with you on that end. But L is he's just that fire that he needed for his ice. You know.
I think it makes sense, but and a lot of people share your opinion, Noah. But what I've found is like Light was not a perfect match for L. Like I think he was a little bit less than L, and he used some tricks to kill L, and then that progressed the story.
Bro, listen. Light is less than L because Light had a magical fucking notebook and L had his fucking brain.
Yeah. Like even when I first watched the show, I was like, L or Light should have won, but he fucked it up. You know.
So are you saying that L is smarter than Light?
Yeah. And so when L dies, it's not really because of Light. I think if people...
but you could also... Wait. Let me provide this point of view. You could also say the notebook and the eyes and all that shit, or the powers, the book. I think that can also be, if you look at the other flip of the coin, that could be a handicap, bro.
Yes.
Because think about it. If you're using that, like, you're relying on that shit, like... If Light, because Light's pretty smart without it, right? But Light was relying on like that part of the fucking like shit outside forces to work on this and that, you know. When L, I think he was in a better position because he was capturing someone. He doesn't really lose anything if he fucks up.
Like, he loses his fucking life.
He puts everything on the line.
Yeah, you know what I hate though is how they made it seem like he was replaceable when he's not. Because how does it make 5 people to make up one of his brains? Because L, in my opinion, is probably one of the smartest dudes I've seen in anime. Aside from like Lelouch, like he just plans ahead like 10 steps, and that's really awesome.
My point is, I'm saying L's on a chase, right? Like Light's constantly trying to like he's on the defensive the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I think that if you're chasing someone for information, like I think that's more like advantageous. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, only one of these guys had a notebook that killed people, right?
Yeah, but like I said,
he's right though. It was a disadvantage because it gave him that god complex, and he thought no one could stop him. That was his downfall because he's put his trust in that one dumbass dude, right? And then he starts getting his notebook changed out when he's in the gym. You know.
Also, it's just a lot of. Imagine if you had a fucking notebook that just kills people, whether you used it or not. That's a lot of responsibility and fucking stress. Like, what if it gets stolen or some shit, or you lose it? Like, I don't know. Like,
So, to my initial point, I think the people that were most upset with L's death were people who thought Light and L were equal, and then L's death was kind of bullshit. Like, Light pulled some Shinigami magic rules out of his ass, you know?
I will say there were some bullshit parts for Light, definitely, 100%.
But I'm saying like they weren't equals, so that bullshit that Light pulled, was justifiable, you know?
I agree.
I lose my point because I keep mixing up L and Light.
Yeah. If like you think about this, because the best way for me to kind of think about that is think about it in 2K ratings, like NBA 2K. So Light is like a 95 overall. L is like a 97. He just has that one step.
Right.
So Light, he has to take those extra, you know what I mean, those more, you know, dive on the floor for the loose ball. You know, he has to do that to kind of get ahead of him, and he wins at the end of the day. You know what I think he should have done though, when I really think about it, is Light should have just gotten the fucking Shinigami eyes. But when I think about that, I'm like, he only died when he was like a year. I don't want to spoil it too much if anyone's watching. You know what I'm saying? But he would have just saw, I die like in like 2 months now.
No, Light would never get the Shinigami eyes. I think that
was the whole story would have been solved if he did that though.
Yeah, if he did,
you have to remember. Sorry, go on, quick.
I'm thinking like if he did and his life was cut in half, maybe L would have got him and he would have died.
Exactly.
Like
that's what
by
I'm
some
saying.
magic shit, because that's like half of what he had left.
Dead ass. But like, if he killed L right away, then those other goofy fucking A team of guys who aren't as smart come. He kills them right away.
Mm,
At that point, there's probably nobody else. You know what I mean? So I mean, I
Right.
feel like he would have changed the future at that point.
right.
He would have killed
If
everyone
he
who
was
could have killed
really
him.
if he was really thinking long term, he's like, what is 40 years in the face of my legacy, you know? And then he would have cut his life in half.
Let me just add this too. One more defense for fucking Light. Literally everyone was against him, not just L, even though they weren't equivalent to L and like fucking smartness and everything, but like the whole world was trying to track down that
Right.
fucking book. Okay.
Yeah.
He was literally 1v fucking 100. So I think it was justifiable to have the fucking book because, like, I don't know. It's just everyone like imagine it's almost like the fucking the book, like the movie, the Book of Eli. You know, and you have like the last Bible on the fucking earth or whatever. And
Bro,
like,
but he didn't have. He literally has 2 allies who are 100% loyal to him, who also have books, bro.
yeah, but no, but see, at the same time, his 2 allies are fucking kind of dumbasses. First of all,
Yeah.
Mm.
like the one
Yeah,
got
the
him
one-
killed.
One
Right?
one
And the
fucked up
other
one
one-
time.
The other one just listens to whatever he says, but like
Yeah.
she's just a bimbo.
Okay, the Misa is like
I
the
love Misa
biggest
Misa.
problem.
Come on.
I like
But-
Misa. I like
it's
Misa,
yeah,
but it's just
But
like
I mean, as far as intelligence goes, and
she's
helping
useless
him,
without
Yeah,
light.
it's useless.
That's what I'm
um,
saying. So at the same time, they're it's like handing the fucking nuclear fucking red button to blow up the earth to a fucking dummy. Like, yeah,
Bro,
like
are
yeah,
you
But I
dumb?
feel like
Are you
Mikami
dumb?
wasn't so bad though. Like he
was
went to
okay.
get the death note to kill the newscaster, and he was like, "Look, my god doesn't have a lot of communication with me. This is probably something he needs done, and he's probably not in a position to do it
Yeah.
himself." So
That
it
guy was
wasn't
freaking-
a huge mistake. It's just unfortunate that it happened. Because
It's not it's not unfortunate. Light puts himself in all these scenarios.
no,
right?
no.
It-
Like he couldn't have picked a better guy, is what I'm saying. Like Mikami didn't really make a mistake.
You know what? His problem though is that he was a smart guy, right? He wasn't dumb by any means, you know, compared to Misa. But the thing is this guy was following Light's instructions down to the fucking, you know, the pinpoint. You know what I
Yo.
mean, like if he would have stepped out a little bit, he might have not gotten, you know what I mean, finesse like he did.
Yeah, Mikami made 2 mistakes. One
Yeah,
was
but-
writing somebody's name in the subway, just like in plain sight of everybody. And then,
Quinn.
what's up?
all I'm saying is that when you look at people's accomplishments, you know, people are gonna point out the negatives, like the mistakes over the
Yeah,
over the fucking all the good things he did. Because
I'm saying
at
he
the end
was
of
a
the
good
day,
guy.
he still got Light killed. At the end of the day, he still got Light killed. Yes or no?
No, Light got
Yeah,
Light killed.
100%.
He did not get Light killed.
No. How is it Light's
The whole
fault?
point of the show is that it's Light's fault he got killed. That's literally
Bro.
the whole point of the show.
Okay, if you're talking
Mm.
about him like, just starting all the shit from the get go, yeah, like he started the domino effect of the whole show being in the show. But like at the end of the day, that wasn't his fault. That the fucking book, right?
I thought
Fucking-
that for a long time. I don't know.
Light,
he had
Light's
to trust.
downfall is 100%.
I don't know. No, what do you
the,
think?
the
man?
only other option would be that Light laid low for a few years and didn't kill anybody. But aside
No,
from that, he needed somebody to kill for him, and Mikami was the best guy.
Yeah, you know what, I think he's right, because he did need someone to kind of get them off his trail, because I mean the whole time Light was hot. Because L, if you look at what L said, he deduced it to being Light, but like he just couldn't prove it. But like
Yeah, Nier knows
he
it's
was
Light.
right. He was right.
Yeah, that's another
Nier
thing.
too.
Light was in the hot seat the whole fucking show.
Exactly.
Like,
So
how much
he had to
pressure-
Yeah.
do that, bro. He had to delegate
Because he
that
fucked
power.
up. Because he's dumb. You
Well-
have to understand. He's
well-
in the hot seat because he's L knows it's Light.
Bro, his
The whole
father.
show.
He just can't prove it though, bro. That's the thing. But like,
You just can't prove it. He knows he's right. He
Yeah.
doesn't think for a second he's not right.
yeah, from the first death, it's kind of like his fate is locked. Because when he kills the criminal watching, not the first
Yes.
death, the second one, but when he's watching TV and he kills the
Yeah.
criminal, that's what led L to the whole area of Tokyo and everything.
But that's crazy deduction abilities. Because me, if I was investigating that, I wouldn't even have thought of that, bro. It'd have taken me months to figure that out.
It's like if criminals are dying of heart attacks left and right, where did it start? Who was the first criminal to die?
Exactly. But I mean, but the funniest thing is how Light's like, what if he died by some random death god who can kill at a distance? You know what I mean? Because he even said that. He's like, what? It's kind of fucked, bro. But L's a genius, bro. No,
episode 1 L,
hot take. Okay, what happened if Lelouch got the death note instead of Light? Would he have done better?
Bro,
can't Lelouch do other bullshit too, though? Like,
okay, so he doesn't have the Geass. He doesn't have the Geass.
Oh, okay.
Did Lelouch make any mistakes in the show? Like, there were circumstances that tripped him up, but he accommodated and he made it work to his favor.
He did.
I don't think he made any big mistakes.
I think the only mistake, which wasn't even one, is when the Geass took over control of them and made do what she did. You know, no spoilers for you guys. I don't know if you've watched it, but
no, I haven't watched it. Don't spoil.
Like the Geass is like an ability that it kind of manifests for whatever you really want the most, and like it kind of goes out of control if you use it too much. So it kind of happened at the worst point in time. And then kind of like the whole world spirals. It's actually really heartbreaking.
That was not Lelouch's fault, but it fucked everything up.
Yeah, I mean, because the Geass are actually fucked. Because like Lelouch, that's the thing, bro. Lelouch is actually powerful enough to take down a lot of the strongest guys. Because with his Geass and his brain power, like if he used it in the right way, like he could, take down a lot of strong guys.
I know. I'm surprised that CC didn't warn him about that. Like, her Geass was to make anybody love her, and then, like, it went out of control at some point, and then everybody loved her. And she never gave him a warning, like, at some point, this might happen.
Yeah, I feel like at that plot, it's like they're just trying to, make that happen, for that kind of dip in the story so that it kind of changes everything, because it really changes everything in that story at that point. Because if what happened wouldn't have transpired, then that whole world would have been at peace like way sooner, hands down.
Yeah.
Sad. Code Geass is awesome. You know what? You guys should watch that shit, man. Really, just because it like I heard my little brother. He was saying it's overrated today. I don't agree with him.
Has you finished it?
Solid.
Has you finished both seasons though?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
No, your brother, who's saying it's overrated.
He hasn't seen the movie. He's seen both seasons. I'm the one who put him on. I'm like, yo, you gotta watch this.
Overrated.
But like, I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's overrated.
Yeah.
I think it's underrated, honestly. I feel like people sleep on these animes from like 2006, 2005, 2004, 2003 type shit. People just sleep on them, because I mean, if you think about it, bro, we're pretty deep into the 2000s. Like it's 2022, so 2000.
There is this like era shift in like the 2010s that like really,
exactly, like the animation takes an uptake, gets better.
I would say like the only hiccup with Code Geass is like it's not fast and there's no exciting fight scenes, and the animation isn't like 2021 animation. It's all the things I like. It's all it weighs 100% on the story and the interpersonal relationships. So
so I'm gonna say this as someone who's seen, I want to say 2 episodes of Code Geass, and I wanted to keep watching it. I just forgot to. Like I just started watching something else. What they do very well, and what made me want to keep watching it, is Lelouch is a cool character, and in that first episode, they kind of show you that, oh, this guy's kind of sick. And I think that's like in shonen stuff, if you have a good main character, it doesn't matter what the rest of the show is. Like, here's what I'll say about Fire Force. What's his name? Shinra. Shinra's one of my favorite main characters in all of anime, actually.
He's pretty good, yeah. He has some.
He carries the show.
He's just a good kid. I don't know if he carries it though, Reese, because there's a lot of good characters in Fire Force, but the story is lacking. There's a lot of good.
The story's lacking, but because I like the main character,
bro, Muscle Girl, whatever her name is.
Characters are better than the story in Fire Force, though.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
So I don't know. I think Lelouch is kind of the draw, and I think that's what I was saying about about these early things is like you kind of have to sacrifice animation, I guess. Even though I think Helsing had good animation, it's no Jujutsu Kaisen,
right? 100%, 1,000%.
Yeah, 2020's map or anything, yeah.
And so you kind of have to like these characters a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was more important.
Yeah. Some people.
That's funny, man.
Some people probably only watch anime for the exciting like fights that get their heart rate going. And like this show is not that. If you get excited about a good story and characters that matter and are fleshed out, then maybe you'll be excited about Geass.
It's almost exactly like how people view like fucking like video games, for example. Everyone just wants the newest graphics, you know.
Right,
but like
100%.
back then when people had like couldn't work with graphics as they can do now, they had to work on the composition of music, the characters, the fucking the environments, the story, like the writing. Like, dude, now it's like a lot of shit lacks. I'm not saying every single thing.
You know why? Because nowadays our technology is advanced as it's gonna be for this day and time, right? So we have the newest technology we'll ever have right this second. So to produce these songs, to produce these graphics, to get these voice actors, it's easy. All you need is one computer, you know what I mean, and one good brain. Whereas back then, you need all these bits and pieces movings. You need, you know what I mean? Putting this effort into animating a 24 episode series is more money, it's more manpower, you know, because the technology is less advanced. So when they're putting all this effort into this, they're like, we need something fucking awesome to adapt. Because if it's some wasteful shit, you know what I mean? Because nowadays they'll shit out a harem, like you'll see a new harem come up every week, and it's ass cheeks, it's repetitive, because they can do it at half the price that they did it 20, 30, 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
probably more than half.
It's technology, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Tyreese, I want to say, so you watched 2 episodes of Geass. You got to get through the first 8.
No, I don't think it's bad. I'm not even watching
everything, bro.
Yeah, but
you know what's easy?
I found even like when I rewatched the show, the first 8 episodes took me a little bit to get into it, and then after that, it's like through season 1 and season 2, and you're done in no time.
Well, that's actually almost exact. Oh, sorry, you go now.
No. I was just gonna say, bro, if you want to watch Code Geass, they actually have 3 movies that compile both seasons, and it's like, and there's some different parts added. So if you want to watch it quick, just watch the 2-hour movie. You know what I'm saying? And there's 3 of those.
Bro, that's actually way better. I actually love anime movies.
Yeah, it's lit too. It's fire.
But what I was gonna say is, that's how I feel about JoJo. When you watch JoJo the first time and you get through those 8 episodes of part 1, the first time I didn't think they were that bad, but I can't rewatch them. They're actually boring as fuck.
Yeah, I've been trying, Ty. I'm on episode 7 right now, and I'm like, there's just so many monologues. They're like, bro, somebody does something, and they talk about it for 3 minutes.
That is JoJo, but it becomes monologues that you kind of care about.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
like right now you don't care.
Yeah. Just get through it, because if you can finish that first part, because the first parts, there's some good parts that are good. The rest of it, in my opinion, I don't like it. But as soon as you get to like Joseph, and like when you get to Jotaro and Josuke, like, you know what I mean, and Giorno, and like now Jolene, I haven't even watched the new part, but I know it's lit. Like, it just gets better and better, like as the story goes along. Like, it's literally a fucking caterpillar, bro. Like, it just is in its cocoon until you get to Joseph, and it just cracks open slowly.
It is a slow thing. Like, you see Araki develop as a writer kind of thing. Like, in part 1, there's like this part where there's this random motherfucker and he like tries to attack Dio. I don't know if you're this far, but it's literally nothing. So I don't think it's bad that I spoil it. It's like, oh my god, this guy has such a special move where he like does like a kick split thing. Okay. It's like, this will beat Dio, a vampire with a like inhuman strength. And then Dio literally just dummies this fucking clown, and they're like, oh no, it didn't work. And you're just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, why don't we just skip this?
What sucks about part 1 is I actually don't recommend skipping it. You'll look back on it fondly, but you'll never rewatch it.
Okay.
Ever.
I hear you.
Ever.
I'm trudging through. I'll be watching Dot Hack and Serial Experiments Lane and JoJo for the next couple weeks.
I'm glad you're sticking through with Dahak, but you might end up hating it. Right now.
I gotta get to some kind of story.
Quinn, I'm letting you know right now. It just become a lot of it is philosophy.
Okay, as long as it's not people chasing the main character for the whole show, then I'm okay with that.
But they'll do that, but then also add a little bit of philosophy.
Yeah.
While they do.
Tyrese, I told Noah and Quinn about it, but I ordered one last figure and now I'm done ordering figures. I'm done.
Forever?
No, just until I get a job and have enough money.
Oh, true.
Bro.
What'd you order? Did you send it?
I ordered, I'll send it to you right now.
Send it to the chat so I can pull it up. I'll pull it up and show everybody.
Okay.
Oh shit! No wonder you're taking a break, bro. What's this from?
A video game. All my figures are from video games. Every single one.
They're so weird, Lucas, because like none of these you have ever mentioned before.
Because like
no shot you've.
I don't really mention the games I play with you guys because like I'm weird. I don't play like like Fortnite and all that shit or like some popular well maybe COD, but like that's it. Like everything I play is like I don't know. I don't think you would be interested unless if you're interested in what I play, I'll tell you. But
you never brought it. You just never mentioned it. I don't know. Everything I would drop $100 for, I think I've brought up before. That's all I'm saying.
So Lucas, were you reminded of this because they talked about that old lady that also played 13 Sentinels?
No, but
okay.
I always wanted a 13 Sentinels figure. I just didn't know when I should get one, and that was the time.
All right, let me ask you. This figure is 162 US. How much is the cat worth to you?
Cat's worth $1 million.
Exactly.
That's the. By the way, that's the fucking welcome price. I don't get that shit. It's like 180 US plus. Yeah. So. Also, I didn't order on the Taco mode this time. I ordered on another site because there was a couple dollars off difference. I was trying to see. Yeah, so I did that. It came up to like, dude, the tax import fees on figures are just too much, bro. It's too fucking much. And then besides the fact if they charge you duty afterwards, it's like a fucking toss up.
Right.
Yo, it is crazy because they'll send you like a bill. Like that's just what they do.
They send you a bill?
I remember.
FedEx sent me a fucking bill.
I remember.
Bro, how much?
Like $10, but still.
For your pop-up figure or the other one?
For my pop-up figure, dude. I have no idea why.
Bro, did you pay it or you just let it sit?
I paid it, bro. They because I ignored it, and then they were like, they sent 5 notices.
Oh my god.
I think 5. And I was just like, fuck.
Dude, they're little bitches. Like, they're really charging duty on like stupidest shit. I get it because it's the rules, but at the same time, it's like, first of all, there's a lot of instances where I've seen people not get charged duty for the exact same thing you ordered. You know that? And you know why? Because it depends on like if they check the fucking packages or not. And they went through your pop-up package and like, yeah, fuck that guy, bro. So
fuck that guy. Like it's not even that expensive of a figure.
Lucas, do you guys remember when I ordered LeBron 13s from StockX?
Yeah, how much duty did you pay on that shit?
The shoes were 160 USD, and the duty was 100 Canadian, like import and duty.
Yo, that's insane, bro.
And I messaged StockX, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here? You gotta tell people." And then they gave me like a little bit of money back, maybe like $70 back. And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Bro, that's wild.
UPS like showed up at the door and they asked my mom to pay $100 and she was like, "Oh, okay. I guess he didn't pay for this item yet or something, but it was just for the duty and import."
Bro, I had something happen with other shoes I got before, but like it wasn't. I don't think it was 100. But, like,
well, I think the reason was like
50 or 60.
StockX probably like the shoe was worth 160 US, but StockX probably insured it for like 300 or something. So the border was like, oh, I guess it's worth 300, and they charged me duty on that. That's what I'm guessing happened.
Fuck that shit, bro. And it was for LeBron's ugly ass LeBron 13s. Bro.
I don't know where those shoes went. I think they're in storage somewhere at my mom's house.
Gosh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's crazy you don't wear those every day.
bro, we need to do another 2v2 again. Have a rematch. Me and Ty again.
I would pay the
So
daily
funny.
fee just to go and do a 2v2.
Bro, I can't
But
go
maybe
inside.
what?
I'm not vaxxed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
We had to play. I see it's snowing. Never mind. But
Bro, I'm gonna be like that fucking Raptors commercial where they go like, "We the North."
but you know
Like, they
what?
have-
It's probably manageable over there, kind of, because basketball's big in Toronto. So I can imagine their like courts are probably like they get managed a lot, right? I don't know. Maybe they don't. I don't fucking know.
They probably have lots of indoor courts. All right.
Is that
Just
is
send
that
this
what
to
you
Lucas. I always fucking do that. Sorry, 1 second.
did? You order this?
No, I might though.
Dude, that looks nice, dude.
It's
If
actually
you
a
actually
sick
like the
figure.
game and the character, then hell
No,
yeah.
I never played it, but I play Byleth in Smash.
Okay. Well, still, I still know enough. These characters don't got really personalities. It's the other characters that got the personalities.
Oh, true.
Cause like you play this, like this is the main character, you know.
You
Like,
play as Byleth? I didn't.
yeah,
even
you
know
play as Violet. Like there's two versions: the male Violet and the female one. You get to choose. That's the only thing you get to choose. Their gender. Other than that, it's like, yeah, you just play the game. Done. And they don't
Alright.
talk.
The podcast is over.